You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. In no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch, with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This
is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where Laz's audio cuts out right in the middle of things. And this is where we interpret the news, so you don't have to.
That's right.
I just randomly have to guess when you stop talking at times.
What do you mean?
Your audio cut out like right in the middle of your stuff.
Oh, I have no idea.
It's a Discord issue with your open mic for some odd reason.
It's a Discord issue with a lot of freaking things because Discord just doesn't know what the hell it wants to do these days. But anyway, welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Fruck Awesome Friday here on Lunch with Laz and Jack. Today, Friday the 16th in 2018 here inside Trinity Avatar. How's everybody doing out there?
I'm alive.
Don't everybody all chime in at once, I know.
I'm alive, and I posted a funny picture of something from Google Maps earlier.
Yeah, now, whose house is that? That's the new owner's house?
So that is the address of the person that made an offer on my house. So that is a picture of their house, according to Google Maps, and it has a police officer at the door. It's like, Jesus.
Knocking on the door when Google went.
Yeah, so yeah. Now, whether or not they were the owners of said property or their police were there for them or whatever is irrelevant. It's just funny.
Yeah, I'm getting told they don't hear me, and I don't know where they're not hearing.
That would probably be on the radio. So
I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Again, it's one of them things where I mean, everything I'm hearing is
sorry, that's on Twitch that Juby says that.
Maybe the little setting there, but everything I hear coming through my ears is coming from the mixer that goes out to the radio. So I don't know why people don't hear it.
You should upgrade to Windows 10.
Level 5.
He should upgrade to Windows 98. Okay.
There you go.
Let's get it right.
ME for the win.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you on the radio. So.
What do you say?
Coming from the mixer. Yeah, right before we started, I was taking a couple hits off of my vape, and I muted my mic on stream. That's fine.
Oh, even better. So Laz muted himself. Now, if only he would get the.
Welcome back. For those of you who missed it, let's recap. It's Friday. Laz is having technical difficulties. That's all you need to know.
It's a day with the word day in it. Laz is having technical difficulties.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's all good. I mean...
Remind yourself, as if everything goes well, we're going to have a sponsor. So we're going to just, be vaping all the time on screen anyway. So
yeah, it's just a normal day in BNN, as Julian says. Yes.
Yeah, just another day.
Yep. Hey.
Alrighty. So Friday, we got
39 days to launch.
39 days and counting. Tick tock, tick tock.
Yeah.
And can't wait for that. Can't wait for that big party. is going to be all sorts of fun. I mean, I'm getting people now going, hey, how do I get an invite to that party? And I go, well, that time's come and gone. There's a wait list now.
You would have had to have filled out the form for the request that they had, which was what's that damned form called?
Party request form?
Well, yeah, but what website is it on? Yeah, what website is that on? I can't remember the name.
I thought it was right on the forums and right on the front page originally.
No,
but again,
I mean, that's where the location was, but it redirected to one of those SurveyMonkey websites. So it sent you to SurveyMonkey to fill out the request for joining their launch party, which is going to be on Pi Day.
Pi Day. Well,
yeah.
You got Pi Day and St. Patty's Day all in the same week. That's cool.
I don't care about St. Patty's Day. My answer.
Corned beef and cabbage? Come on now.
I'll take the beer, and that's about it. I prefer it not to be green.
Yeah, no. Whiskey and food.
Nope.
Gotta enjoy the good stuff.
And why do you want me to hit that key? Led Zepp.
Your stream has that quest thing up.
It's called Move My Mouse on different streams, and then it just randomly moves the mouse on the stream. I don't know where.
He has no clue.
Yeah, so my mouse is actually on my second monitor, but it's like doing stuff on the stream, which is always interesting. So I mean, we still have other weird. 10. It is Windows 10. I'm going to downgrade to Windows 3.1.
Gonna downgrade to
yeah. Not even the extra special 3.11 Windows for work groups. I mean, yeah.
Oh, come on. 1.11 is the best.
Nope. Don't make me install Microsoft Bob.
I love trying to.
What about OS2?
Yeah.
Windows for work groups.
See, OS2 is IBM. I can't do IBM. I mean, that's no fun.
You guys are work groups, aren't you?
Well, that would imply work.
Oh,
yeah.
Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, so you kind of missed the boat there. So I do have some sad news. There is no stand-up corner from Torta Thursday.
No stand-up corner. That's
no stand-up from Torta Thursday because the other day was Torta Thursday was lockdown day, so that means more than likely everybody's trying to fix bugs, and we also don't have a Chris update. But you know what? Did you play on the QA server at all yesterday?
I did not. I've only been on. I only went on when it first came out earlier this week, just to check on a couple things, see who was in the build and all that good stuff. And I always like to see how much they actually get into that first build and what's actually functional.
Oh, yeah. Before they start patching the things in that are in the notes.
I like to see all the announcements, and I get excited. I go in and I go, okay,
try to find something that's not there. Yeah.
And that's not functioning yet.
Now, I did play around with the specializations a little bit yesterday on the QA server, and let's just say I can't learn specializations in much.
Well, first off, you need to have skills.
That's what I'm saying. I lack the skills in order to do the specializations. Other than the sword tree, because Chris, there might be a minor bug where the skill tree or the specialization skill for the blades tree only requires 40 blade mastery, whereas all the others require at least 80 in the skill that's directly below it. Yeah, so there is a bug there. So has it been bug reported? I don't know. Yeah, so otherwise, I'm not learning a lot of specializations. Yeah, I'm not learning mastery in anything.
I love to refresh the forums page, and I've got 173 alerts, which one of them is actually from Darkstar. They're really tough.
Wait, you've got an alert from Darkstar, or is it just because you follow Darkstar?
No, it's... I'll give you a link. How about that?
Yeah.
Might help just a bit.
I mean, I can always go to Dev Tracker and see what's going on.
No, I'm just refreshing my regular alerts, and it was 173. Geez, a lot of bug reporting going on out there.
Yeah.
A lot of posts from Lexi. Lexi's...
And that's the post I was looking at. The first one I clicked on from the Dev Tracker as well. Sweet. So there is an announcement from... Hey, get off there. Get off.
Kitty!
You did see her climbing up on my shoulder just for some love. Yeah, that was unprompted. That is Lily saying, "Hey, I need some love." So I need to scoot back a little bit and give her a little bit more room, and then try to get my headphones cable out of her mouth as she decides she's going to just stretch out on my lap. So we do have that weird thing from post from the Darkstar. You ready for it?
Darkstar. I am.
Okay, so greetings, avatars. In order to better serve our customers in Russia and the Baltic territories, we are migrating all of them to Black Sun service, starting with release 51. This will allow them to have access to native Russian speakers for customer service and forums, and it will also give them access to a fully localized store. This change should result in a much better customer experience for our players in those territories. Please note that this does not affect anything to do with gameplay or your current rewards, add-ons, etc. These players will remain on the same servers as all the other players worldwide. This only affects store, customer service, and forum interactions.
Russians.
Makes sense.
I knew they were getting their own server.
They're not getting their own server.
I know, that's the joke.
Oh, okay.
People are gonna say it anyway.
Yeah, they get their own customer service, and
First five and a half words, and then they're going to be off posting on the forums going, "I told yous."
Yeah. Now, more than likely, that has everything to do with the agreement for the regional sales, and that the Black Sun has the right to sell in those territories, and they are the publisher in those territories. So it's one where it's like, hey, you know what? Anytime someone's coming from one of these IPs, go ahead and redirect to the Black Sun site for this. Now, I don't know how that's going to affect things like telethons.
I'm going to guess that the telethons will still be, the same. If they're watching the stream, they'll have to go.
Don't know.
They'll
Good
do
question.
hand signals or something.
Yeah.
What is that? Hand signing?
And smoke signals. You're sending them
Hand signing, whatever you call it. I don't know.
They'll be communicating
I don't know.
via satellite.
Good question.
They will be doing something.
Interpreter.
Yeah.
Something like that. That's right.
Yeah. And Lily's shedding like a beast today.
Send us your rubles.
Yeah. Although now she's biting my pinky. After she licks it. The lick and nibble.
What you call that thing?
What do you call yours? It sure as hell isn't the foot long.
Pinky thumpkin. I call mine thumpkin.
Thumpkin? Okay.
Tall man. Here is tall man.
So my pinky is longer than my thumb, so it's just a lot thinner.
Not as
Depends
fat,
on
though.
Depends on your preference.
Moving.
It's all about the girth. It's all about the girth there.
Stubs.
I don't know. I love this shit.
All right.
So you were talking about the QA. Speaking of the QA,
Yeah. QA
what
server
were you
is up.
exploring on the QA. You tell.
Me? Well, I was trying to learn new skills, and I was trying to mess around with the specialization.
Really finished your story on, you know.
No, so
I just have no skills, so mastery sucks for me.
yeah, specialization sucks for me because I have no skills. So then I did spend my very little my little XP pool trying to get something up.
What have you been doing for the last 3 years, may I ask?
Well, the game's only been persistent for a year and a half.
Standing here on the lots.
Hey,
that's right.
I did run out of reagents to craft teleports and recoil scrolls for myself on the live server.
Thanks skeleton delivery service. I traded in 60,000+ wood scrap for 60,000+ wood pulp yesterday, and that brought my surplus up almost over another 100,000. So,
well, damn you.
I can sell you some real cheap.
No.
Partner discount prices.
Yeah, not gonna happen. I have to build my pool on my alt that just turns around and has 101 milling. Now, why have an alt with 101 milling is beyond me.
I haven't done any milling since I think I first started playing.
It's been a long time.
Ever since I've got the delivery service, I don't think I've milled a single piece of scrap in the pulp in months.
Yeah,
and if I have, I was doing it just because I was bored.
Yeah, I need to really start crafting because I need to farm as well a little bit because you know what, it's my reagent delivery guy. He's been failing me lately. He hasn't delivered reagents lately. So yeah, either that or I'm gonna have to start subcontracting with Mom and say, "Hey, Mom, I love you." Yeah.
I might let Mom take sort of some of my rations because again,
you've got a stock. I don't have anything. Yeah.
Well, gotta gear up.
Yep.
Get for that big launch. And I tell you what, sales have been good all over the place. I keep wanting to move stuff, and every time I go to want to move a vendor, they start making sales, and I'm like, okay, well, we'll stick it out a little bit more. So, I guess the multiple vendor thing works, but.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the more vendors you have, the more availability, and it's because shopping really is a matter of convenience. So,
matter of the odds. That's right. The more vendors you have out there, the chances somebody's going to buy it from you. Goes up. But yes, let's talk about a couple things coming in. I've got the list in front of me. You got the not yet ready for release.
Release notes. The draft. Yeah, I have that. Why wouldn't I?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, insert summary, bullet points about the release. Go here.
Where we were originally when we started reading.
Well, we haven't read any of this.
The top. That's why I have.
So that's why you have no clue where we're at because we have not read.
What are you talking about?
I thought we started in on this the other day when we came in.
No, we still have release 50 postmortem questions. That's where we were at the other day.
Which would you prefer to do?
I don't know. I got both of them up somewhere. Questions there.
Well, I'll tell you what, since I don't have the questions up.
Oh, do you need a link for the questions? Okay,
or
so
you can go with the other one, either way.
So some point in the near future, aka next week, we might see an update that includes things like the continuation of adding side quests and polish to the paths of truth, love, and courage, Also, they're going to add and update maps for the in-game map system. Additionally, they will continue doing polish work focused specifically on the starting scenes. For that first-time user experience, finally, they will be done on the Lost Vale, a new mini-adventure centered around a lost valley previously hidden to players, now visible only during special astronomical alignments.
Special.
Yes. And in order to make things a little bit manageable for the actual quest, there will now be, spoiler alert, the Hilt single-player versions. Players who are on the path of the Oracle and need to access the Obsidian Forge and Hilt may now enter a special solo-player variant of Hilt Fortress. Due to heavy use.
Was that me? Did I overload that?
Did you overload what? What'd you do?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Continue reading.
Huh?
Continue
Due
reading.
to heavy use, the Obsidian Forge is overloaded and has been damaged.
Oops. Me.
Yeah.
Did I overload that? Yeah. Does that make sense now?
No.
The Oracle got a big load, is what you said?
No. So what they're doing is they're creating a special single-player only version that has the Obsidian Forge, but the only thing it will do is repair the lens. While the Obsidians attempt to bring it back to full capacity, it may be possible to more easily accomplish a certain task, i.e. assembling a lens. The solo player variant of Hilt can only be accessed by players who are not in a group and on the correct stage of the path of the Oracle. In this version, the Obsidian Forge will have a very small subset of its normal functionality. Players who desire more of a challenge may still use the original version. To access it while on the path of the Oracle quest stage, they will need to be in a party. And as I said initially when they first announced that they are going to move it to Hilt Fortress, bad idea. Bad idea.
That's a spoiler, isn't it?
Well, it is a spoiler. I mean, but this is something that happened a couple of months ago when they moved the
whole quest line.
Yeah.
You have to go down to the bottom of Hilt, which wasn't an initial part of it. Of course, I think it was my thoughts was it was one of them things to try and push players to play together, and players went, "Fuck,
Well,
you just want to do the damn quest. How do I do it?" And now they're forced to make a single player instance because it's not going the way they expected it.
and it's impossible to do as a single player.
Yeah, I mean, getting down there. Well, I don't know if it's impossible, but you have to really be up there to clear out all those fire elementals. And
Well, you have to do that. Then you have to activate the forge while you're causing being damaged, and the fire elementals are spawning and attacking you, preventing you from doing things. So, yeah, so it was impossible to do in single player, but it's one where, you know what, I mean, putting that there is a bad idea. It just really is, because yeah, bad idea. You could always add a different chamber that turns around and has a special table that they can assemble the lens on.
There's all sorts
of different ways to do it. Yeah.
Sitting out in that scene, there's all sorts of different doorways, entranceways. You can make a hidden room in one of them columns there down at the base that has, goes down to someplace else. You can do all sorts of things out there in that scene, but yeah.
Yep.
Had to go to the forge.
Yep. Have to go to the forge and make things impossible for everybody. So out in the Lost Vale, that's that new adventure area originally promised during Kickstarter. That is only
found once you get there.
And then you'll forget where it's at. It is hard to believe some of the whispered ramblings of those who have returned from the place. They prattle on about memories of the past come to life in waves of enemies that won't stop. This scene is not to be confused with the Hidden Vale. No clue on when it's going to be available or even where it's accessible from. No idea.
I know people are talking about it, and again, I haven't taken the time to go in and play and do all that good stuff yet.
I'd probably need an extra special GM to set a special alignment of some sort. Yeah. Then we also have several scene rebuilds out in South Midmere Way in the South Fetid Swamp. South Midmere Way is a 2-skull area. The Fetid Swamp is a 3-skull area. You ready for the side quests?
Side quests? Spoiler alert!
Because the names are actually kind of entertaining. The crafting quests out in Soultown, Airy, and Resolute now offer updated starting crafting quests to teach players how to use the basics of crafting system. Yeah. And then Witch of the Wetlands, because you know what? There's a hollow log home out in South Longfall Wetlands where the witch lives, and she will make your lands very wet.
She's not gonna bake us into a pie, is she?
And if you want to be able to craft a log home, she is the only one that knows how to provide those instructions.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah. I like that too, but how does that... Can you repeat that quest multiple times? And,
why would you?
Well, so that way you can sell the recipe, man. Duh.
I'm guessing it's like an emote, you know. Once she teaches it to you, boom, it goes into your book. I wasn't thinking of it that way.
Yeah. And and Lum the Mad, if you're in the Austin area, we'll be doing an interview tonight on the 6 p.m. news and on KXAN.
Really?
Yes, he's doing an interview.
Yes, man. In Austin?
Well, it's related to him receiving a toll bill with $0 in tolls.
$0 toll bill. I like that. Yes.
Then a $1 administrative fee and then a $15 late charge. So he received a toll bill for $16 on a bill of $0. Yes, it's
because it was late.
Yeah,
because he failed to pay nothing, he was penalized and administratively fined.
Yes,
I love this.
It is the Texas Toll Authority at its finest, and
that's what happens when you take pictures of license plates and assume that you know what you're doing out there.
Well, they have no fucking clue. Then there is the Led Zepp quest called "Keep Your Pants On."
Keep your pants on.
What you want to do that for?
It starts in the town of Harvest. Knight Commander Torben takes very seriously this training.
Yes. Keep your pants on.
And help him hunt down an inspirational book written by a long-dead general, and you might also find the plate leggings of courage in a place you never knew existed. It's called the Closet.
Okay.
Yes, sometimes you have to go into the closet, and other times you have to come out of the closet. It's all up to you, Led Zepp. Or, if you need some help,
in order to keep those pants on,
you need to put them on one leg at a time, which is learned by Simone in Ardoris, who recently lost her daughter, a victim of a black arrow shot by a murderer. Now, I wonder if that black arrow is a reference to a certain song by Manowar.
You never know.
Yeah, you
never know.
Yeah, no idea. In her grief, she misplaced her daughter's favorite book. It's up to you to recover that book and gain the leather leggings of love. Don't forget that those are the finest assless chaps in the game.
What if you're a liar, Jack? Liar.
Well, then your pants are on fire, and you might have a reason to take them off. And that's out. That's from Thibodeau out in Yannaford. She's looking to build up her reliquarium, And a pre-cataclysm
Very
relic is just the thing to do it. And journey across Novia to find the perfect item for her display. And you might earn your own reward, the cloth leggings of truth. Yep.
You can't handle the truth.
No, you can't, especially if it's going to be encased in cloth. It's not going to provide any help whatsoever.
Ukanda says there's a murderer killing the children with black arrows.
Yes, that is in Ardoris. That's a quest that's been there for a while. Yes. But you know what? Doing this quest out there is kind of broken. Yeah. And the Lord Must Fall, which is another new quest. That is... The Drumple Mouths are at it again.
What?
I don't know what a Drumple Mouth is.
Hostile Drumple Mouth.
They're out in the area with Natasha and Marlon. They're distraught that their livelihoods and a large amount of their financial assets have been taken by Lord Harcourt of Drumplemouth. Lord Harcourt Drumplemouth. The wealthy uncle of Phineas Drumplemouth. They claim the only way to get their assets back is to assassinate him and retrieve his vault key, but it's really as simple as that. Or is there more to this story? It's up to you to find the truth, or kill them all.
Uncle Penis Drumplemouth.
Well,
Uncle Penis?
Maybe-
Pianist.
maybe at the end of it, you've got a Drumplemouth.
Uncle Penis.
Once you're done servicing the Lord. I don't know.
Penis? Penis? I don't know how
I
you say
love
that.
this shit, I tell you.
How do you say that, Jackie?
Yeah.
You must.
Did you finally realize what I said? Maybe.
Yeah.
Led Zepp
Get
didn't.
that polish out.
Yeah, that scene polish out in Serpent Spine Mines. Xenos and U NPCs were updated. High Vale Outskirts, they added another quest for upgrades to the starting gear. Solace Bridge Outskirts received some touches,
Quest.
especially
Quest.
from
More quests.
the Mistress Valdis subplot, including the new creature, the Blood Minion.
Blood minion.
Out in Brittany Castle, there's still something hidden there. Don't know what. It may involve playing a certain song. Yenniford also has all NPCs, has schedules, behaviors, and emotes. Scenery bordering the Rift volcano. They've added clouds and lightning over the volcano that is at the top of the rift and is visible in the distance in various scenes. So they touched up those, and that includes the overworld map, Nightshade Pass, and Black Blade Mountains North entrance. Yep.
Now this one's gonna mess with a bunch of people.
What
I'm sure.
the removing the under construction signs from all the scenes in the game? It's no.
That's right. I bet you that's gonna confuse a bunch of folks. What do you mean?
Well-
they ain't finished. They promised they were gonna do this. What do you
Yeah.
mean instruction anymore?
Yeah, you know what? Scenes
I'm waiting for it. I'm
are
waiting
still
for it.
clones or have NPCs that still need polish, still have under construction text that will appear briefly on the screen.
And fade.
Yeah, Brookside,
And fade.
they replaced the cobbled together placeholder headless horseman statue with a much more finished and polished piece. The Malice barrier puzzles, the second barrier should now be present by default and correctly removed when speaking to Samuel in front of it. So they're fixing some bugs all related to the path of love.
Still.
Yep, lots of a few scene fixes, not as many as last release. Some map fixes, performance. We have terrain performance. More work was done to improve terrain performance in scenes that were having performance issues due to graphics. The build time asset caching has been worked on. Previously, a number of object types were doing a significant amount of work at load time. This work was moved to be a build time process. This will be most obvious in how fast buildings stream in after a city load.
City load.
Yeah. Central Brittany was finally touched up for some more optimization. Maybe the 4th time's the charm. Maybe.
Maybe, baby.
Yep. Well, Indrid, we kind of miss it as well because you know what? We're laying in bed doing a whole lot of nothing on the weekends.
That's right.
It's like, why do we even
I don't
get out
know.
of bed?
Why are you missing it? You can watch us in replays around the clock, and you can enjoy us
Over and
24 hours
over
a day.
again. Yeah.
You can go out to YouTube and watch your favorite episodes and just listen to our lovely voices over and over again.
Yeah. Or you could be like Lily and just laid on the ground on top of a pile of papers that I have.
Or if you really want to get creative, you might open to Jack because he's always wandering around looking for a place to land.
Don't know what you're talking
Gotta
about.
leave your legs up in the air.
Yeah. Killing me, man. Killing me.
I know.
It's only because I love you. I'm gonna have to drive down to Florida sometime in April and like do weird things to you.
Hey, dude, once you're free to travel, you're more than welcome to come hang out for a week or so. Sit back, relax, come on.
Don't forget the rubber cock.
Oh, it's in the car, man. It's in the car.
It's on the
Ready to
floor,
go, right?
boy.
You
Yeah.
got batteries and everything.
It doesn't have batteries.
Need batteries.
It doesn't need batteries.
Self-powered.
Manual stretching.
That's right.
Manual.
Self-powered.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, so we also have some minor changes to combat. Minor changes to combat.
Yeah. Minor changes.
Yeah.
Do we have time to cover all that right now, or do we?
What that minor change to combat? Minor. I've highlighted the section that's the minor changes to combat.
5 pages long.
Yeah, so more balances passes will be made through combat. Additionally, Kabbalists will get some behavior improvements, so that fights will make them more interesting. Also, Chaos Magic will finally get more spells. And finally, they are making the Obsidian Training Accelerator Potion that temporarily increases how fast your skills use experience out of your pool to advance. And note that a replenishing box of those will be a replacement for the 2 weeks Head Start reward. And if you have a pledge, this is not the bundles. This is only for the original backers. I don't even know if the benefactors get this benefit, but the 2 week early access will be a dozen potions that refresh once a year. So, yeah, I know it's Founder and Royal Founder accounts. So, at least. But skill specialization, as I said beforehand, the long-awaited specialization system is finally going live. In past discussions, this was called Mastery, but he finally realized, man, that's Mastery, Grandmaster, Mastery. Would be awesome. Players will find each and every adventurer skill tree has one specialization skill. And
your mastery.
That is located towards the bottom of the passives in the skill tree and require the player to be very accomplished. A minimum of 80 in the parent tree, in parent skill. To learn the specialization, all the
again too. I know.
Is it 80 for everything?
Well, okay, so remember I said there's currently a bug on the QA server where if you go ahead and hit K, bring up blades, because it's really easy to look at. You have Blade Mastery at the bottom right currently. Right underneath it, that is where the specialization skill is going to be. So if you go to Ranged, it would be underneath. It was actually underneath Range. So you need 80 range in ranged combat in order to unlock the specialization.
Range.
Yeah.
So you need
Range and
blades.
ranged.
You need what?
So in blades,
Master, and range range.
in blades you need
80
blade mastery. You need 40 blade mastery because he messed that one up. It should be 80 blade mastery in order to lock the blade specialization, which will be underneath blade mastery. So
Mastery or blade mastery?
That's
Or
blade
range.
there, there is a skill called blade
Proficiency
mastery.
Efficiency.
Yeah.
Are you the master of your domain?
No, you are not. Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. So while players can learn all specialization skills at any given time, they can only have at most one set to training and a second set to maintain. All other specializations will be set to unlearn and slowly decrease. So only yeah, one will be maintained and one will be learned. So
Maintain.
One will be
So
maintained.
you'll only ever be able to do
Everything else will be turned
specialization in 2 trees. Now, I mean that means you could do 2 combats, 2 magic schools, as long as they're not opposing. Yeah, I think that should be increased to at least 4 schools. But yeah,
I should just give us a 720 skill cap.
and a 720 skill cap. Yeah.
Jesus.
It's nitpicking us to death over here, I tell you.
Yeah, well, these skills are going to be immensely expensive to learn and should not be taken lightly, as they are intended for accomplished players, only as a way to help concentrate on a couple of skill trees.
No refunds.
The benefits of raising specialization are extra glyphs. So players will receive 1 extra glyph for every skill in the tree. That will bring skilled players to 6 glyphs to expand deck building. Although most of the players that I know that have tons and tons of I should say it's tons and tons of skill in a variety of trees, they don't go with massive decks. They go with the minimalist deck. So I don't know how that would be beneficial. Then attunement for magic trees. Every 10 skills, 10 levels will give +2 attunement to that magic tree and -2 attunement to the opposing magic tree. Chaos magic gains attunement but loses 1 point of magic resistance in all other schools per 50 points. That doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Like that.
Shroud math.
Shroud math.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
And then for taming,
It hurts my head, I tell you.
if Led Zepp really wanted to be specialized in his sheep, he would have to. The specialization in taming will drastically increase the power of your pet. The amount of benefit will vary, but many pet owners could see their pet double in health and damage output.
Husbandry.
So
Chemistry.
that night with Liz lasts.
2 words out of context
sorry.
there, Zep.
The sheep might live.
Husbandry.
And mastery.
Yeah, specialization. Yeah.
What would you call it? What are they going to call it?
I don't
I
know.
call it something. There's going to be extra glyphs there, man. You got to name it something. Husbandry would be it, wouldn't
It's
it?
not marrying your sheep. You've got it all wrong.
Shit. Tell me, it's a little late
It's
now.
breeding your sheep.
Hey, you know what skill specialization benefits? So if you have unlocked that specialization, the majority of all skills and spells gain some extra benefits or boosts in potency.
Yeah. I know
And
there's going to be a lot of pissed off people on this one, probably.
oh, because it's like, in order to actually be effective, I now have to be specialized in whatever.
Well, no, because at least one of these, and I'm going to jump. Well, go ahead. I'll wait till you get to it.
Is a little bit OP. What are you talking about? So
At least one of these was on the 100% unlearn list several months ago because he changed something, and now it's got added to it after people just dropped it. Oh, that's going to suck for those people.
Hey, you know what? Everything's on the 100% unlearn list right now, anyways.
Right now.
So, you know what?
What I'm saying was, it was on the list, so I'm sure a lot of people dumped it thinking it's going to be useless, and now here it is. Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Almost dumped it.
Sucks to be them.
I don't know. People really
Right,
dump
Casey?
this stuff. Yeah. So Air's Embrace is going to gain a small melee ranged critical hit bonus. Berserk is going to have the duration increased and decrease the damage avoidance penalty. Damage avoidance penalty reduced by 50% at a specialization of 80. Healing Blast. The casting time is going to be reduced. At 80, specialization, casting, and charging time are reduced by half. I mean, realistic.
Specialization? Is that masterization?
Yeah, I really don't know people using Healing Blast that frequently. Of course, I don't party with people. Fireflies.
Oh, well, even then.
Is going to get an extra dex debuff. At 80 specialization, it debuffs the target's dex by 10 points.
Why are they calling it specialization now? Which one is it?
Offhand attack is going to have a 10-second parry bonus. At 80 specialization, that is a plus 10 parry chance. And then there's 125 additional bonus effects. So he essentially added something to every single skill.
Just a little bit of changes for you out there, folks. Just a wee bit of changes.
Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit. That's right. And with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up on this right now because we've got, well, it's the weekend roundup coming up here. And of course, we got all sorts of stuff we got to tell you about out here.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing going on out there. But before we do that, we got to remind you about the NBNN Shroud Avatar app available in the Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon App Store for all your electronic devices out there. If you want to take us on the go while you go or anywhere you go, get the NBNN Shroud Avatar app and you too can take Shroud Avatar with you. You can read the NBNN daily, 7 days a week. You can hang out in the forums. You can look at Soda Map. You can look at YouTube videos, help videos. You can go shopping. Lots and lots of other stuff available to do. But of course, some of the most important stuff is on the calendar. The NBNN Shroud Avatar calendar posted on nbnn.info. Brought to you today by Carmen.
Yeah, that's right. That NBNN community calendar is an aggregate of all of the available community calendars that Laz knows about. And if you have one or a Google public calendar related to Shroud of the Avatar, or if you want to add events to the Shroud community calendar, you need to email that guy, news@nbnn.info, and eventually he'll do something with it. And you know what? I might read out your event because I know about it.
Maybe.
Yes, all times on the community calendar, Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia Time.
That's right.
Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock. You can always tune in your ether amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia and listen to two idiots interpreting the news so you don't have to. A little show called Lunch with us. Yeah, we've been idiots for a very long time.
That's right.
7 p.m. You can always message Kaizen Phoenix Fire or Malahari in-game and learn about the Phoenix Republic PvE nights if they're online. Otherwise, you can always go to the non-PvP town of Vengeance and join in on an open PvP event known as Vengeance Madness in non-PvP town. Yeah. At 7 p.m. on Radio Free Britannia is the 70s at 7. At 8 o'clock, at 8 and 10 on Avatar's Radio, one or both, is DJ Aline doing the Beat of Novia. At 9 p.m. there's going to be an extra special event. It's a sleepover, in-game sleepover at the Pack Slayer campgrounds, taking place in Pack Slayer. You know what? Stories will be broadcast on Avatar's Radio via DJ Aline Dragonfire. And prizes will consist of merits emotes and obsidian potions. And please come appropriately dressed or undressed in-game for prizes and the story.
I can't do that.
I sleep in the nude too. So, yeah. Then the final event for Friday is on Radio Free Britannia, and that is the Record Room. That takes us to Saturday, which starts off really early, 1 a.m. with DJ Omen Crow doing the House of Omen on Radio Free Britannia. Followed by, at 6 a.m., Wake Up!
Wake Up!
New Britannia with Wolfdom and Justin. Taking place between 6 and 8 on your Ether amplifiers. At 10 a.m. is the Pack Slayer General Meeting, taking place on their Discord. At 4 o'clock...
Lieutenant meeting, it's a general meeting.
It's the AM morning edition of their meeting. Hold on for just a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Cat's got his tongue.
No, Cat did not. It's a little tickle in the back of my throat.
Some lotion.
I don't know if I need the lotion for that one, but I did hawk up some phlegm a few minutes ago. At 4 o'clock on Avatar's Radio, it's the Power Hour with Mick Foley. At 4 p.m. on in-game is the EVL Virtue League PvP tournament out in the town of Virtual Isle, embedded inside of Virtue Oasis. 6 p.m. on Avatar's Radio is DJ Bear Cub, who's going to be dancing. 7 p.m. in-game, you have Orders Auction taking place in the town of Ordinis Mortis off of Violation's town lot. At 8 p.m. on Avatar's Radio, Sleepius and Lord Baldrith are going to be doing Echoes from the Cavern. At 8:30 is the Pack Slayer evening edition of their meeting. At 10 p.m. is the Noma promo.
Noma!
That's right. It is the Asian edition taking place out in the town of Novian Market in Promo Alley. And the crafters in Promo Alley seek your request for custom furniture, weapons, and armor. Woohoo! All kinds of stuff. At 10 o'clock on Avatar's Radio is DJ Brazen Spirituality, who's going to be doing some dancing.
Dancing.
So you can go dancing with Brazen. You ready for Sunday? Yes.
Sunday.
Sunday.
At the Fairpark Coliseum.
We end up with all kinds of fun stuff, starting at 1 a.m. with the Noma promo taking place out in Novian Market. On your Ether amplifiers, it is going to be Omen Crow doing the House of Omen with DJ Omen Crow.
House of Omen, one more time.
At 4 a.m., Royal Sexy's back on Avatar's Radio with Dance and Dance Dance. They've got a lot of dancing going on over at Avatar's Radio.
They like to dance.
They like to dance.
What else they like to do? But
they like
a lot of dance parties going on.
Well, lots of. I don't know if those are dance parties. It's just lots of dancing.
I get invited to dance parties probably every other night of the week by somebody doing some kind of hosted dance party somewhere.
I get invited to a lot of things, but they're not dance parties. Yeah. Yeah, 6 a.m. is the Noma Promo European Edition. At 9 a.m. on Avatar's Radio, DJ Striker Sparhawk's going to be lost in the spaces with an eclectic flow of tunes. At noon is the Noma promo America's edition. America. Go down to the town of Novia Market for the America edition of the Noma promo. At 12:30 in the town of New Britannian Market, you do need to go to the museum so that way you can enjoy astronomy night and look at the stars. That's right. And the final... Ooh, shiny. The final event of the weekend is over in the town of Barron's Reach, and that is the Bear Tavern Pub Crawl, because all great adventures begin in a pub somewhere. And that's our weekend calendar in Shroud of the Avatar.
And if you want to check it out, you can go check out the Bear Tavern Discord. Those guys got all sorts of stuff going on.
Oh yeah, they got some stuff. Yep.
Oh yeah. Indeed. And of course, that's your weekend roundup here inside Shroud of the Avatar. And don't forget that you're watching Lunch with us right here on NBNN.TV/Cinesys or Twitch.tv/NBNN News. You're watching in replays or listening on WRFB. Thank you for your support. If you want to become a supporter, click on the donate buttons on the website, on the streams, or go to patreon.com/NBNN and become a monthly supporter. All your donations go to help keep us running this show and keep entertaining you with news from here inside Shroud of the Avatar. Of course, the Airy Fund is going to be getting together this weekend with the Boys and Girls Portalarium and the Merits app. Don't forget, you can claim those potions and the fitness emotes in the Merits app. And you can still get out there and help raise some money for the Children's Miracle Hospital Network. I know I messed that one up. But of course, get on out and do something for helping gamers with the Airy Fund. airyfund.org. Coilmore Wands, putting the magic in your hands. Looking for a custom wand or stave? Hit up Areas Coilmore. Looking for custom music service? Schroeder's Music Service is the place to go. Looking for all the material needs you need for crafting? Visit them over at Black Rock Cove, located in the Quell region next to the town of Exeter. And they've got all the stuff you need, prices across the board. RelicsByRill.com for all your licensed Shroud of the Avatar swag. You want to save a couple bucks in us, use the promo code NBNM when you check out, and you'll save 10%. RelicsByRill.com. WRFB Radio Free Britannia News and Entertainment right here inside Shroud of the Avatar. Stay tuned for the latest updates right here on Lunch with Laz and Jack. And of course, last but not least, we got a couple minutes for the Shroud Marketplace, shroudmarketplace.com, for all your virtual vendable needs here inside Shroud of the Avatar. Jack's going to tell you all about it.
Shroud Marketplace is the best place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. From accounts to game gold, crowns of the obsidian, all the way to services, anything and everything. It's so awesome because you know what, Shroud Marketplace? Over 95 registered vendors. Each vendor is responsible for setting their own prices and maintaining their own inventory. And you can find all kinds of stuff. I mean, you look at the fact that someone just added 25 obsidian wolf carcasses.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you gotta love this stuff. I mean, it's wolf carcasses.
Wolf, yeah, nice one.
Yeah, it's like anything and everything. I mean, teleports and recall scrolls from those two extra special guys.
Dragon Throne, I love it.
I love the Dragon Throne up there as well. Anything and everything game related can be bought or sold on Shroud Marketplace.
$350 and it's yours.
$350 and it's all yours.
This morning.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, I might even
cost you. It'll cost you half that in fees.
Yeah. Anything and everything on Shroud Marketplace. If you're interested in selling your stuff, you can always register for an account, then click on vendor registration, start adding your stuff, and it can be anything and everything, just like the finest services you can offer. I look at some of the
That's
existing
right.
services. You've got Mal's Power Hour. You've got Armelian's Adventure Boost. You've got some cheese sign and writing from Wolfdom Shop. You've got some Scrota's Music Servicing, which $5 gets you.
Anything you want.
Yeah, that's right. Or if you're looking for an in-game wedding, you can find some guy offering those as well.
All right, this guy, Weddings and More by Laz. Not just weddings, but a whole lot more. If you're looking to get hitched, I've got everything you need. From the venue to custom vows. You need a wedding dress? I've got it. Need tuxedos? I've got them. You need the extra vial of blood for that bloodletting wedding? We'll figure it out. We'll get it for you.
All
But
kinds of stuff.
meanwhile, some stuff up in Shroud Marketplace. I've got all sorts of telethon rewards. I've got property. I've got rentals. You name it. We got a little everything out there. Weddings and More by Laz. Not just weddings, but a whole lot more. And of course, it is Friday. It is the weekend time on, or as Jack would say, go get his nap on.
No, today it's something else. I've got to go back to my house and like do other things because I'm hoping I'm hoping the guy doesn't back out.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. Gotta make sure.
We're gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you guys for everything you do for us. Thanks for your support. Thanks for listening, and thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for joining us.
Yep. Thank you.
We'll be back with more right here on Monday. But till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you all on Monday.
Bye, Eagle. Bye, Drager, Hector.
Bye, everybody.
Econdis.
We're all gonna die.
Oh, Crawley what? It's a news channel. Yeah. He's here for the news.